All right, so in this video, we're going to talk about the number 5. And remember, we're going to put up 5 fingers. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all 5 fingers on one hand up. Give me a high five. Good job. So 5, let's do 5. Let's do 5 pats on the head. You ready? Now remember, when we do it, we got to lift our hands up and go back down. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's do 5 shoulder taps up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So before you do some of these 5 activities, we usually do some kind of movement. We count using our hands, and then we do some kind of movement, and the kids can pick any movement they want. Sometimes we pat our belly, sometimes we touch our nose, sometimes we stomp our feet. They love to do this one, or we're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yay! So we get all excited for that. So and then normally we would pick out of a big bucket. So if you have a bucket of toys, they don't have to be the same toys. Our toys are an array of toys. For those of you that remember the bucket last year, I didn't bring the bucket home. I didn't have enough hands to carry everything I wanted to carry. But you could put just items in there, more than 5 items, or just 5 items, and they got to get them all out, put them in. You can go on a scavenger hunt to find these items. These items can go up, so you could reach from one bucket on the ground, and you got to reach up on the couch to set them in, so they could be working on pulling themselves up. Standing, they can work on crouching down and going up. So you can always find a way to add the gross motor into anything that we do pretty much, unless it's table time activities. But so there's that. And then number 5 activities that you should have, I hope that you have, is the daughter 5. So just like the L, putting it in. Again, there's nothing that has to be perfect about this. This is just start here, go across, down, around, and up. So it's like cross, down, around. That's really just, we want to show them the correct motion of the 5. So when you start dotting, start from here and going down. You should have the number 5 red or yellow on a black piece of paper with the dots on it. So a lot of the kids have really learned to love to count those. Some of the kiddos that generally don't like to use their pointer finger during activities will actually hand their hand to us when we do the tracing of the 5 or the number or the letter. It could be any number really. So even if you just practice that a couple times a day and counting again the correct way of the 5 goes, that's perfect. They really do enjoy that, and those dots on there are just to help them understand the concept. This one, you can use that number 5 to look as a visual. They also have up here, but this can be overwhelming, so you may want to like cover up each row until you get there. So where are the 5s in this row? And you could go through each one. And here's a way you could add communication. So is that a 5? And they could use their yes, no button. They could use yes, no sign. They can use their words. They can use their heads. Whatever means they use for saying yes, no. And if they're not using any means right now, you can help guide them. So is that a 5? Yes. Is that a 5? No. And you could go through, but covering it up would be a good way so it's not so overwhelming. And then this one, you just work again on tracing the 5 here and then putting 5, using your stamp pad, putting 5 dots in here, or coloring 5 boxes, covering up 5 boxes. If you have Play-Doh, you could put 5 Play-Doh rolls in there, however you want to do it. We haven't been working on so much tracing right now as much as just really identifying that that's a 5. You can make up if you don't have flashcards, or like you guys should have plenty of cards from past Wednesdays with the different numbers on, so you can work on just finding the 5s, putting all the different cards together and trying to find the 5s within the cards. Play-Doh, like I said, is great, so you can use the Play-Doh and you can make 5 balls or just pick 5 pieces of Play-Doh, so you're using that pincher grasp. You know, you could have like Play-Doh on your hand like this, and they just have to pinch 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So something like that is great for counting. Or you could take your pointer finger. Here, bring the camera down. You could have your Play-Doh and just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So another good sensory activity to do. You could hide 5s around the house. You could play past 5 objects back and forth, working on crossing midline, reaching, having that control of your trunk. Any of those gross motor activities that your kiddo's working on. And then the last number 5 thing is you should have this, groups of 5, and you should have this bag. There are 4 boxes, so there are 4 different items in here. Each item should have 5 of each. There should be 5 hearts, there should be 5 leaves, 5 letters, and then 5 pom-poms. Just so you know, you'll have to glue everything on, but the hearts have the sticky part on the back that you can just, maybe, if Jamie can do it, take off and then stick on. So some of them are bigger than the circle, and that's okay. So you would put 5 hearts in one, 5 leaves in another, 5 letters. You can also talk about what letters, or just random letters, and then 5 pom-poms. And then I did add, it's not really number 5, but I did add a math activity in there that is important. So sorting is considered math. There's this in here. So again, if you don't have scissors, sorry about that, I'm not sure what's going on with the computer. If you don't have scissors, you can cut them out. If they don't have scissors, you can cut them out for them, or they can cut in there. Just find the brown, find the yellow, find the purple, and place them, glue them here. And then you can have whipped cream or shaving cream or salt or flour, and you can practice making 5s in it. So similar to what we did in the spring for those of you that were with us in the spring, and just some more sensory activities. You could have blocks, and you could pick 5 blocks, make a tower of 5. I don't care if they're blocks that aren't like mega blocks, they can just be regular blocks, but you know, making a tower of 5 blocks would be fun. Okay, so that's it for math. I'll see you guys later.